or welcome on back to my YouTube channel, and today we are going to be giving you guys an updated story time on my ex. So we're going to call this a story time about me and my ex, a part 2. You guys were going to see me in the car. I'm getting in there right now with my little bunny slippers. Welcome on back to my YouTube channel. As you guys already saw in my first clip of the video, we are going to be giving you guys a part 2 about my story time, about me and my ex. And yes, for my normal viewers, you guys are not used to me without my lashes on. Basically, the last thing that we left off on was in November 19, 2025. Those were the messages. I'm just going to give you guys like a reminder of what happened. So this is with the girl. I had said at November 19, 2025, 10:38 a.m., I had said, yo, I need you to pass along a message to your little boo and tell him, I said, it's funny how you ended the relationship because of my age, but yet you talking about how you finna get a restraining order, which I be the one leaving the court, not him, LFMAO, I'm dead. But it's gonna ruin my life. I already filled out the form and I gotta send in the paperwork, so I'll see you in court, weirdo. I thought we had each other's backs, but I guess not. And then she said, like, later that night, shorty, get a life. Worry about the man you got. I said, LFMAO. Tell blank he should have seen the cop's face when a blank-year-old walked in asking for a restraining order against a blank. Better hide your siblings and cousins or little friends. He's Drake 2.0. Maybe you should worry about how many girls your man has and how many different counts he has. The weird thing is, he's still texting me. She said, crazy thing is I have access to all his shit and I'm with him all day, every day. So maybe you should stop lying and making shit up. I said, baby, nobody's lying. But I know girls like you. You just want to be loved so you won't believe it. She said, I don't. I'm good on my own, sweetheart. I have responded. What I find so strange is my age wasn't the problem the day before y'all went to court when I had... Ooh. I'm not going to say that. When I asked you who this girl was that you're following right now, you said you wouldn't date an ugly fat bitch like her. The switch up is crazy. Baby, you're the quickie. Because I wasn't there. But alright, girl. You had fun, baby girl. I take it as if you didn't find out about the girl at his school. I feel bad for you. Someday you're gonna see that I'm not lying. The day y'all was hanging out, he was sneaking behind both our backs. She said, honestly, I don't care. And I said, yeah, you do. And if you don't, I genuinely feel 10 times more bad for you. But you have a good day, love. And then she said, crazy, because last time I checked, I know how I feel, and you don't. And I sent crying emojis. And then it was left at that. So as you can see, it was left right there. And then me being my immature self, duh, I went out of my way at 4:14. Mind you, these messages were at like 10 o'clock in the morning. I said, I did gotta say it. And I responded to the message where she said, I don't. I'm good on my own, sweetheart. And I said, you're still good on your own, but you was that desperate for a relationship. You went on Tinder. I'm dead, LFMAO. I'll shut the fuck up now. She said, who said I was on Tinder looking for a relationship? And she said, replied to, I'll shut the fuck up now. She said, should have done that a while ago. She said, I said, blank showed me your profile. She said, blank acting grown. I said, blank dating a pedo. She says, white as hell acting black. I said, nobody's white, mama. She said, got a whole man worrying about mine. Desperate as fuck, brother. And I said, nobody's worried about yours. For him, baby, please. He's the definition of easy. She said, so I suggest piping that white ass down. And I said, or what, you gonna jump on me? That's just too funny. Because I said that because she's fat. She said, nah, I ain't gonna jump on a little ass kid. Too grown for that, but court sounds nice. Best believe I'll get my lick back, sweetie. I said, bah, because I think it's funny. So that was in November. And ever since then, so much shit has happened. So me and my ex had made a deal that he was going to do something for me and I was going to leave him alone forever. And that deal has still till this day, and it is February. That conversation was in November. So November, December, January, February. That's 4 months that we've been broken up for. 4 months. We have not went a day without talking. We have not went a day without arguing, like we're still together. Fast forward December.
This moment that he knew he fucked up.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I did lie about like a couple things, but they ended up becoming true. So December 17th, he had texted me and he was like, you're generally fucking weird. And I said, type. And he's like, ain't no type, you're fucking weird. And I said, hey, I hate you, but I still fuck. Because of the song that had came out. I'm gonna play the song for y'all real quick. Hold on. Let me find the lyric. Throwing these bottles up. I'd rather be sad than single than being with you, cause it ain't like you gave a fuck. Last no love for a dog walls in the color like a bacteria. On my way to the bank, I be cracking off. Right here. My circle will tight like a Cheerio. By the way, I already made money now. I just fucked up a check, but I'm still loved. Yeah, I hate you to death, but I still fall. Damn. He said, "You're fucking odd." And I said, "I don't get it. Am I supposed to care or..." He said, "Are you fucking done?" And I said, "I'll stop if you have more than 40. He said, "So you blackmailing?" And I had sent the emoji of, I'll shoot with my shot. So I said, "So yes or no? It's a fair deal." This whole entire message is me, quote unquote, blackmailing him. Bitch, nobody was blackmailing you. Nobody was fucking blackmailing you. You're paying me back for what the fuck you owe me. Fuck out my face. And still to this day, he has not done it. Still to this day, he has not done it. Still to this day. So this whole messaging stream is about him. I have screenshots of him. I sent him screenshots of us together. Like, all the pictures of us together. Because he's saying here, he's claiming, like, "Oh, I never wanted you. This, and that. Blah, blah, blah." And I'm sending him all the messages, all the pictures of us being together. All the things that he would do. And I was like, "Oh, but you didn't want me, right? Cool. Alright, why are we lying?" So I sent it to him. And then he tried lying. And he said, "But I have a picture of you saying you're this age." Mind you, this man... I put it on my life right now. I put it on everything that I ever loved. I did not lie about my age. I would never, ever lie about my age. Ever. I haven't done that in I don't know how long. So then he goes on Google. He sends me the whole freaking thing of what a blackmailing is and this and that. And I said I'm always one step ahead. Whoa, brothers. I'm so scared. Said, "Nobody is trying to fucking scare you." And I said, "I'm not blackmailing your Delulu." He said, "I'm literally fucking..." He says, "I'm literally fucking fact-checking fucking you because it's literally fucking blackmail." That's what he said. Word for word. Word for word. Yeah. And I say, guess what? I, don't give a fuck. Yo, Ronnie, you're so funny. Said, low-key never did, but hey... You showing you give a fuck. I said in the beginning for sure. You still are a month later, bitch. Who the fuck is in my DMs? Fucking you miss me with that bullshit, bitch. Like I had just said, that whole messaging stream was about how he was saying that I was quote unquote blackmailing him, which never was. This story's gonna be all over the place. But I'm going to talk about the most recent messaging stream that we have. So... the other day, I had saw her viewing my profile, out of nowhere. I will catch this woman viewing my profile out of nowhere. So, me being my immature self, and yes, I can 100% own up to it, I am 1,000% immature, and if any of you guys don't like that, and if you know me, best stop talking to me, and I promise you, won't give a fuck, and yeah, I am immature, and I will rock her shit. I am full of myself. And I am the baddest of them all. Guys, we're recording. Oh my god, tell me why this shorty, the girl, she tried telling me that I'm insecure. Oh! Baby, I am far from insecure. Miss me with that bullshit. Insecure, bro, that shit had me giggling. Because she was like, "You're only arguing with me because you're insecure." No, I'm arguing with you because you're lying on my name. And I'm not one to let people lie on my name. Like I had said the other day, she was viewing my profile. And I had texted her because, what the fuck? Okay. I said, "If you want something to watch, unblock my main." She said, "I'm good." She said, "Did ya get ya 30? You're so... What? Did ya get ya 30s you're so thirsty for?" And I said, "You know what's wild? Is your boyfriend, your community boyfriend, was fucking, with a, I don't even give a fuck. With a 12-year-old, 13-year-old, 14-year-old, and a 15-year-old. And he cheated on the girl before me with a guy. And you're sticking up for that, baby. The whole Haverhill is about to get on him. Shit about to go down." And then I sent her a screenshot of somebody's story saying, "Boy's dating a 13-year-old as a grown-ass man, bro." Anyways, I said, you know how embarrassed his sister is? Now I understand why he chose you out of everyone. Oh, she took what I said personally because I was really going off. And she reported my account so I could stop going off on her because she can't take it. So I can't read the first message, but I'm going to just keep going. And I said, the thing is, with you, you're just so insecure. Like, you deadass start arguments you're too pussy to finish, and then pull the I'm too grown. Bitch, please. A grown woman wouldn't act the way you do. And I said, I haven't been able to sleep because of him. Bros Drake 2.0. Every single time we argue, this is what she'll do. She will argue with me, and then I'll be like, okay, pull up. Let me pull up, and we can finish this. And every single time, this shorty says, I'm too grown for that. Blah, blah, blah. I'm too grown for that. If you were so grown, why are you... Okay. So, she had went out of her way for the first time, as I said, Friday. She said, yikes, got reported again, sweetheart. Because of fucking you. That's all she ever does, is when she cannot take what I'm saying, every single time she'll report my account. Every single time. Like, I had a secret TikTok account that had blown up, and she fucking got it taken down. It got banned because of her. Unblock my Snap now because I can't argue with her on TikTok because I cannot get my account banned. She said, oh wait, you ain't finna do nothing, forgot. Oh wait, I'm too grown and don't have to listen to a child join the live. And she said, I said, come on, you're a big girl, right? Exactly. So no. To listen to a child run her mouth about shit that ain't true, I'm good. Got better things to do. And I sent her a side eye. Hold on. You don't have better shit to do. Who the fuck went out of their way to unblock my main TikTok account, the one that you stalked me on, talking about you don't have time to listen to a child? Bitch, you're going out of your way to have an argument with me, an argument that you're not even going to have the balls to finish. Because the second I tell you to pull up or meet me at this place and let's fight it out because clearly talking through the phone ain't working, who's the one to duck it? You. But you're too grown for that, right? So I sent her a side eye and she said, glad you know what you look like. I'm sorry. Bitch. And she sent the clown. I said, that's more she had sent the clown emoji. She said, that's more accurate though. Who is the one that's literally posting up on their TikTok 24/7 talking about how she's suicidal? You. Who's the one that's literally depressed? Who's the one that literally feels like a burden to her boyfriend? The boyfriend that doesn't even want you. Miss me with that bullshit. He probably wants your You know what? Let me not. I say I might snap because you know you're so grown. That I am so grown, which means I make my own decisions. So let me think about it. She said, this bitch just said, she said, nah, I'm good. You trying to argue and it's one-sided. It's okay. And then I said, who went out of their way to unblock me just to run their mouth when they know they're not on nothing? Shorty, you're sleeping next to someone who goes after children and you're uncomfortable. You're comfortable with it. You're just as bad. You're obsessed with me. And to be honest, I don't blame you. She said, me? And I said, I'm the baddest of them all. And she said, Shorty has snap stickers of me and I'm obsessed. Crazy work. And I said, yes, indeed, I do. She said, bet you looking all the time. And I said, trust, I don't. She said, sorry, girl, very taken and don't like minors. And I said, your man does, though. She said, so stop trying to get my pants. And I said, nobody want to do that, miss. I've been passed around Tinder. Miss me with that bullshit. Shorty, your man doesn't even want you. Oh, damn. Let me reread that because I'm pretty proud of that one. I said, nobody want to do that, miss. I've been passed around Tinder. Miss me with that bullshit, shorty. Your man doesn't even want you. She said, nah, you just been passed around. I'm sorry. I've been passed around. So, I haven't even had my first body, let alone passed around. And she said, and at 15, that's sad. And I said, now, why are you lying? So she said, should I ask Daniel? And I said, shorty mad, so she lying off that ass. She said, or the 10 different men you talking about, and two, right? She watches my YouTube channel. You fit ass hoe! You fit ass bitch! Oh my god. So last time she had hit me with that exact same thing. So on Snapchat, I have 4,397 followers, right? On my Snapchat. And when she had added me the other day on Snapchat, which we'll get to that, she was talking about how you're such a hoe. You're talking to 4,000 men right now? No, baby. That's just the amount of people that think I'm beautiful or know me. missing that bullshit. And she tried saying that I'm ugly, but 10,000 people and myself and my family say different. Anyways, so when I said, who the fuck is Daniel? Because I don't talk to white boys. She said, you've been lying out your ass since the first text, girl. It ain't that deep. It's not that deep, but you're still okay. Replied to the it ain't that deep with the mic thing, but I'm not gonna read what I had said because I can't even understand what the fuck I was saying. Fight though. She said, I'm good. And I said, enough of being a pussy. Come on. And I dropped my addy. Cause I'm really on that, bro. We could really fight. I don't care. Said, come on, baby girl. She said, nobody want to fight you. And I said, I know you and your pedo man want to come see me. And I said, oh my gosh. She said, I'm good. Said, you guys are the pedo couple. And she said, not trying to die, you know, from seeing you. Okay. Mind you, this exact same girl, freshman year, because we went to the same high school, would always be on some, oh my god, you're so beautiful. Oh my god, I wish I was you. Oh my god, I love your lashes. Oh my god, I love your hair. Oh my god, I love your outfits. That bitch would glaze me. She would be on my dick, bro. And I would eat that shit right up. Anyways, so I said, baby, you don't even brush your tongue. Miss me with that bullshit. Let alone that poo. Ooh. Anyways, I said, get out. She said, ask blank if I do. And I said, you used to eat it. Like, he be in the shower when I do. What's wrong with eat it? What? Because I said, he's the one that told me. Because I responded to the, he be in the shower when I do. And I had said, he's the one who told me. Because he is the one who tells me that your shit stink and it tastes gross. Miss me with that bullshit. And I replied to the, when she had said, what's wrong with eating? And I said, oh, hell nah. And she said, Matt, I get more than you do. What? And I had only sent the laughing emoji. And this bitch says, yikes. You're the definition of a pathetic girl. I'm pathetic? Baby, you went on Tinder looking for a relationship because your ugly ass cannot pull in person. Bitch, I've known your man my whole life. Keep playing games and I'm gonna snatch him right back up. Oh, wait. I already did. Line to the, you're the definition of pathetic. And I said, I'm the definition of her, girl. Look at me. I'm gorgeous. You on the other hand? You look like, you know Terrifier? You know the movie Terrifier? That's what she looked like. And she had said, gorgeous? Shorty that had rectangular. I said, no, it ain't, baby. And she said, and bangs ain't edges, hate to break it to you. Why you on my dick? Why are you on my dick? Why are you obsessed with me? Miss me when bro, I was like, and I had another girl, her name's Kira, watch it. She was like, oh my god, he fumbled this, and that. Of course he did, look at me. Anyways, so she had told me, I had said in the video, I was like, watch her be my #1 fan. Oh, I was not lying. When I seen this shit, and what I had just read earlier when she was like, oh, who's Daniel? All those other people you were talking about. So, the only way she would know about that is through my YouTube videos. I said, oh, stop. You stalked me? And I said, wait, don't you support a pedo who touches kids? And I said, and yes, baby girl, I'm gorgeous. Something your ass could never say to yourself. Why? Because you don't have confidence. Takes a screenshot of a post that I had made in fucking November? Mind you, it's February! Oh my god! So she sends me a picture of a video that I had made on the account that she got banned, where it says, how quickly I leave any situation that stresses me out. And the post had went viral, but right now it only says 45 likes. And this is the picture. Like, that is not ugly. I literally saved that to my camera roll. Bro, the way that I threw my phone, it started dying laughing. I was like, there's no way this shorty's that much of a fan. There's no way she's that much of a fan. You still have that picture? What other pictures do you have? Imagine if she had access to my Snapchat account. What if that's the device that's logged in? That might be his. Said, baby, I know what edges and bangs are. Thank you. I'm the hairdresser, not you. She said, need to go back to first grade? And I said, oh, stop! This is so cute. That's so old. I look like a baddie in that. Ugh, I'm saving that. I replied to the need to go back to first grade. And I said, I think you need a family and mental health, actually. She said, I have both, thank you. Oh! No. Mental help, baby. You need more of that mental help. Oh. And I said, you want me to send you more pictures? Video. Video bad. Because I am. The fuck? And she said he live with me, so I have his phone like all the time. You want to know how I know it's bullshit? It's because your man is texting me all the time. The only time you have his phone is when you're overthinking. Like, miss me with that bullshit. And then she has replied to he live with me, so I don't have his phone all the time. And I said, no, you don't. And then I replied to that, you was texting me last night. I said, no, I wasn't. She said, you was dumb fuck. I'm sorry, dumb fuck? And then she said, God? Oh my Lord. Get out. Said, oh no, guys, she's getting mad. She said, you're so oblivious. It's actually funny. Mad? Never been calmer, actually. I said, come on, mama. She said, I'm good. So you're so weird. She said, thank you. I said, like, how you finna act tough and then run? She said, because I ain't tough. Oh, she said, because I ain't acting tough. Shorty said, take him by bleep bleep. She said, oh no, I'm so scared. And I said, more bleep the community boyfriend. She said, word two. I said, word two, I'ma catch that fade, make you eat rocks and shit. Shorty, what? She said, okay, girl, I'm sure you will. And I said, yeah, you finna do it like the good little bitch you are. Oh, Shorty couldn't pull, so she dated her own kind. She said, but apparently, okay, I am not even gonna lie. She low-key did clock me with this one. Replied to when I had said Shorty couldn't pull, so she dated her own kind, as in she dated a girl because she couldn't pull anybody. She said, but apparently pulled the man right from under your nose. And then I had said, baby, he was never mine. And then I had sent screenshots of him spamming my phone, texting me paragraphs, all that. And then she said, now you finally get the hint. And I said, but he never wanted me, right? She said, what's old ass screenshots gonna do to me? Oh no, he talked to you before he talked to me? I said, Shorty, what? Baby, those aren't old. She said, oh no, he stopped talking to you because he found out you lied about your... Oh no, I'm so scared. He said, what? I lied about my age. You guys are gonna see me argue firsthand. I'm so sorry for randomly messaging you out of nowhere, but, honey, I need to make something clear. I never once lied about my age. And I swear to God, if he fucking says I lied about my age one more time, I'm gonna come through this damn phone. You know what? No. I'm not even gonna come through the phone. Fuck that. And I just went off on her because who the fuck are you lying on? Picture of her. I'm not gonna show the picture because that's actually embarrassing. I said quit sagging because she's fat, and the picture she was in, what she was wearing was a crop top, and her fat was like sagging out of the shirt, and I said quit sagging. She said, oh, and I said her cousin's name looks gorgeous in that picture. You ruined the picture. She said, I look great in that tank. You. Said she didn't spell it right. Of course I'm gonna get on your ass for that. Because the second, I'm not even trying to be funny or make fun of her. The second that I downloaded that picture into my camera roll, my phone started acting up. Your fat ass taking up all my storage. When she had said, I look great in that, thank you. She wanted to say thank you, but she didn't say thank you. Said, oh my God, you're right. You do look like a tank. Elephant mayo. Shorty's stomach falling out her pants. And then I had spelled tank wrong, so she got on my ass for it. She said, Shorty can't even spell. Damn right I can't. This shit's too funny. Learn to spell, then talk. Bitch, you need to shut up. She said, thank you. I said, you're such a dick eater. I bet you would. I said, Shorty, what? Bro, this is so bad. I had said, you're such a dick eater. I bet you would eat dick for 2 cents. I know your mom does. She said, ew, what the fuck? So she had said, nah, eat his dick for Frito. And then I had said, she dead just like your brother. Just like that brother. So then she sends me pictures of her and her mom. And I had said, Shorty, you eat in the community. And she had said, but my mama right there, right? And I said, yikes. And then she had said, yikes. And I said, I see where you get it from. She said, mine loved me. She said, mine loves me, unlike yours. And I said, mistaken me with someone else. My mother loves me. She said, but in jail I can't talk to you. That's why you need a new phone. And I said, what that got to do with anything? to text and call her Ray, and I said, LFMAO. Nah, I low-key love this shit, though. Girl, you get twisted in everything you say, so grow up. And I said, I do. Hashtag your boyfriend is a pedo. This is Ava's cousin, Aries. Then we started texting on Snapchat. So this was February 8th. Mind you, I need you guys to keep this in mind. Me and him broke up November, I don't know, sometime in November. Every single time we have a conversation, I always tell her, every single fucking time, even though I don't like her, I still tell her out of respect. Every single time. I might get disrespectful with it because she'll get disrespectful with me, but every single time I will tell her, hey, he texted me this. Send her a screenshot. She's like, oh, that's fake. I have his phone all day, every day. He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't lie to me. This is not. I know girls are going to be watching this. I hope you girls aren't the type of girls to be like, no, he wouldn't do that. Blah, 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 blah. You need to look into it. Remember the beginning when I had told you I had caught her viewing my account the other day? Catch up on that. I cannot believe I forgot about this. This was actually February 8th. I had texted her and I had sent her a screenshot of her being in my story views. And I was going in there to check to see if a different girl who's obsessed with me for 5 views, and I had decided to be immature because I'm Olivia. Of course I'm going to be immature. So she has sent crying emojis and I had said, I'm dead. She has said, good for you. Want a cookie or some? Get your 2020 fucking comebacks the fuck out of my face. Do you want my... You know what? Let me shut up. She'd probably say yes. I said I want my fade, boo. Nah, but hold on. Him up to something. That's why you doing what you doing. Because the other day, I can't say too much, but never mind. She said, girl, I know he texting you. I wasn't born yesterday. Oop. I said, ... Say word to he wasn't. Don't make me get the screenshot. She said, get them. I would love to see them. I said, can't do that yet, little mama. It would ruin the fun. Give him until the end of the day and I'll hear all about this. Because every single time she texts me, she'll fucking complain to him and then he'll text me to stop texting her and block her so he can stop hearing about it. Yep. She said, you think you're getting your part of the deal is funny. And I said, you think you know what the deal is funny. Because there isn't one. It's a lie, baby. Come on. She said, girl, I could care less. What he do ain't my problem. What he does isn't your problem, but you're still in my views. You still text me. You still argue with me, knowing my age, talking about some, I don't like minors. Bitch, why are you obsessed with me then? Anyways, I had said, you cared enough to have him go on every single one of my accounts. Every single time we get an argument, she's always like, what he does isn't my problem. What he does isn't my problem. She swears up and down she's not obsessed with me, but the other day, me and him had gone to an argument and he literally, I guess she had caught us texting or something, and then she had him unblock every single one of my accounts and go through them. Yup. And then now she's stalking every single one of those accounts. Baby, that's just embarrassing. So, shall I keep going? She said, go for it. And I said, oop. She said, you can keep going with them if you want. It don't hurt, girl. And I said, now why would I help you out? Come on. I tell blank it all. Screenshots and all. I think that's how you spell it. I don't know. And then she said, she tells me you text her. I ain't dumb. I see it all. And I said, that's the point, baby. She said, nothing you say hurts me. I said, I'm actually crying right now. What are we, 5? What kind of comeback is this? She said, it ain't a comeback. I ain't fighting with some little ass kid. Hold on. You're not gonna fight with some little ass kid, but who the fuck goes out of their way to stalk me on a daily? Who the fuck goes out of their way to take screenshots of me and keep them in their camera roll? You want to show me how he's been sneaking behind my back? Cool, fine, show me. And then I had replied to the I ain't fighting with some little ass kid, and I said, pussy ass, fat ass hoe. Ooh, pussy, damn. She said, I already know. Ooh. I said, oh, now I feel bad. So, because she had said, you want to show me how he's been sneaking behind my back? Cool, fine. Feel bad now. You got Snap? She said, yeah. And I said, is he with you? She said, nah. And I sent her my Snapchat, and I said, I'm going to show you it all. She said, okay, bet, added you. Like I had said, I felt bad. So now God has asked to block you, so show me what he's finna show me. Ain't fair to tell and then not show me what he's saying. I already know he's texting me. I just need to know what he's saying. So she knows that he's sneaking behind your back. She knows. I replied to the I already know he's texting you. I just need to know what he's saying. I had said, how do you know though? Cause I wasn't gonna give her all the tea. The fuck? I needed to see what I was getting myself involved in. How you know? She had said, I got through his TikTok text and he just leaves the text where he says he'll give you the money, but I know there's more to it. And I said, not gonna lie, He's smart, but no, it isn't all we're talking about. And I said, all right, what? And she had said, I want to know what he's saying. And then I said, okay, what do you want to see? You want to see like screenshots, videos, pictures? I have it all. What do you want to see? She said everything, to be honest. And as she had said, whatever you can give. So I had started to send screenshots. I forgot about this. She said, oh, you're not going to like what you hear, but he hearted the message. She said, okay. I sent her a video of me saying that she's the type of girl to let you do. Basically what I said in the message was, she's the type of girl to let you do her completely wrong and her still stay. Because she is. There's so many girls out there, like right now, if you were to cheat, bro, if you were to cheat on some insecure fat girl right now, or most of these girls my age, they're going to stay in the relationship. Why? Because they're fucking insecure. I could name 10 people right now that would stay in a relationship because of how fucking insecure they are. It was today because I don't want to get caught up. She said, nah, I know they're not fake. Keep that in mind. She's saying right now, nah, I know they ain't fake. And I said, did he tell you about work or you don't know about that? She says, no, I don't know about that. I said, oh my lord, this dead explains everything. I'm a deadbeat. His ass, what the fuck? He said y'all was on a break. That's why it was okay. She said you got a screenshot. And I said, no, this was in person because I went to Dunks to get my food and drink. And I said, wait, yes. I had sent her a video of him at the thing. Doesn't do much. She said, work at one. Yes, talking about that's wild. Oh, he finna get slapped. She said, oh, my exact reaction. So then she goes out of her way and she starts sending me videos of her. So this is what she had sent in the videos. And this had really pissed me off because she thought she was the shit in this video. Okay? Alright, ready?
We ain't dumb, girl. Half those screenshots was him saying he was gonna give you your fucking money. That he was never gonna give you. He, one, also, was, like, can't leave his work in the middle of work to sit
Baby, stop fucking stuttering and get your words together.
at a fucking table with your skanky...
Can you even sit at a fucking table with your stinky ass? Like, what is that, brother? Brother, oh! I'm sorry.
little fucking ass.
Little fucking ass, but your man wanted me, right? But your man literally wanted to dick me down, right? Okay. Hold
That
on.
he was in the middle of work to sit at a fucking table with your skanky little fucking ass.
I shower more than you ever will.
My boss, that was her. So you definitely say something.
His boss is my brother.
Bitch, your brother's dead. Try again.
So if he was doing some stupid shit, my brother would text me.
Your brother's dead.
2, I've seen all those texts.
No, the fuck you had, because you was up on my phone talking about some. I know there's more to the story because I know he deletes them. I know they're not fake.
He showed you how to do a ghost.
Bitch, there was never, ever showed me how to do a ghost. He has just started smoking. Miss me with that bullshit.
I'm so scared. Oh no! Shuddy, he sleeps in the same bed as me. Calm it down. We do not
Baby! Just because he sleeps in the same. You know what? Let me shut up.
care.
You care, but you went out of your way to text me talking about her son.
Isn't that why your mom's dead?
Oop! Anyways. Okay. So, she had sent me that video. I had sent her a voice recording. And then finally, we had ended up getting into more of an argument. And then she does what she always does. And then she just unblatted at me. February 8th, that exact same date that she had texted me. That's all him. Okay. All that is all him. So he has said, why are you talking shit? I literally fucking shot. Don't worry. Just leave me alone, Olivia. Whatever you want us to break up, I'm to the point. If it does happen, all hell's gonna break loose. And I will. I hope you fucking heal. Really do. But do it far away from me. And I said, baby, what is there to heal from? I said, what are you talking about? He said, you're clearly doing this because you're going through it. And I said, no, not at all, actually. If you're referring because of my post, it's for likes. I'm actually really happy right now. It's a certain way. And she'll text a certain way. So, I can just tell right now, she doesn't trust him. Okay? She doesn't, because this is her texting, not him. Because I'll test whoever it is texting me every once in a while, and I'll be like, hey, our first date, what did we talk about? Every single time. And he'll always answer it right, and she'll be like, whenever it's not him, because he'll answer it right off the bat. If I ask him anything, he'll answer it within seconds. How I knew it was hers, because when I asked her, she was like, what does that have to do with anything? How is that even relevant? Because it is. Ask Taylor, she'll tell you too. Says, you want to be since you want to be her ass all day, every day. I said, yep, this is Taylor. I left a mail. She said, nah, it ain't. Bitch, you was stalking me, pussy ass hoe. She said, literally, Isaiah, but you right, because she next to you. Because you wouldn't speak to me like this. He said, nope, I'm alone. I speak like whatever I want. Fuck you mean. I'm gonna tell you right now, he does not speak however he wants. He respects the absolute fuck out of me because he's scared of me. I said, I'm dead. Isaiah thinks he's a somebody today. He said, what? I said, bite me, bitch. I low-key thought we was finna be cool, but you just had to fuck it up. Just like everything else you did. Isn't that why you fucked up your mom's relationship too? And you lost your whole entire family? Miss me with that bullshit. I didn't say bullshit like that, but that's just how I say it. He said, it's been fucked up. There hasn't been no cool. And I said, oh, really? Why are you so dinosaur? And whenever I say, it's like a thing that we have. Whenever I say, why are you so dinosaur? It means like, why are you so mad? Because dinosaurs when they get mad, they growl. I don't know, they bark. They make dinosaur noises. I said, so you never wanted me? He said, no. So, right, you never wanted me. He had said, no, what are you on about? I'm going to sleep. So our relationship was a lie. You dirty ass, hoe ass bitch. It's okay. He said, I'm not going back and forth with you. I do not want you. I said, who said that? I'm asking a question, but why do you always think I want you? Like, oh my God, bro, pipe down. You was not all that. You're just another mistake. Because, you know, you never wanted me, duh. And I was just asking that for an ego boost. Like, oh my God. Responding. Because he would never speak to me like this. He said it was never a relationship like that for real. But you mad about it? So how I know it's a lie is because this is when I had got mad. Because it was never a relationship. So I had sent a screenshot of him. This man, he was in love with me. Like, I'm not even going to sit here and lie. Like, there was a moment in time where we were in love with each other. Like, there was a moment in time when nobody was doing anything bad. Everything was perfect. I know he was. And I know he won't deny, because I literally, just last night, he was telling me that that was her saying it. So, what he admitted last night that she had said it was never a relationship like that. And I'll even, like, when I get down to it, you'll see. And I said, oh, really? Yeah, so this is not Isaiah. And he said, it's not Isaiah. So, it literally is Isaiah. So, in these messages, the person she's saying the N-word, okay? Keep that in mind. So, like this right here. Mind you, this shorty is whiter than my charger. Whiter than freaking, I don't even know, bro. She's like white like paper. This last night, I was like, yo, Elephant Man, you blocked me. He was like, yeah, of course I did. And then I had said, so do you want to explain to me what the fuck that was the other day? And then he was like, bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, and I swear to God, if you screenshot, I'm fucking never gonna speak to you again. And I said, alright. I won't. And he said, promise me. And I said, I pinky promise. It was all fucking Taylor. And I did not say that our relationship never meant nothing. Blah, blah, blah. I was in love with you. I'm not reading the rest of that. We started this video like an hour ago, maybe. It's currently 7:24, right? We started this video like a good hour ago. So, that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. There wasn't screenshots included, like I said there was gonna be, because I just read them off to you, because this time I recorded on another device, like a smart person. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and
you got a 2-day trial before I take back my time and make you pay. 30-day trial before I made my mind. It is so